I've had a lot of requests to organize a sitting series from my patients. So I just want to apologize for taking so long to do this. Just going to start with some 5-minute videos. First, we'll just take a look at stretching. Hamstrings is what people like to stretch the most. If I were to say any one muscle group, if you just extend your leg out in front, you'll feel that you get some stretch in the back of the thigh as well as behind the knee and the calf muscle. If you sit up a little taller by gently lengthening the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, you'll feel that the stretch is increased a little bit more. And then if you were to take your hands out and reach your fingers up a bit forward and upwards, so it's like you're lengthening your fingers, lengthening the hand, that'll get you an even stronger stretch. Most of the time what I see is people stretch too hard, and yet you need to appreciate that if you stretch until the muscles are fully contracted, you're really just contracting your muscles and you're not getting much of a lengthening response. So be gentle as you do some of these stretches. I'm going to do the other side, so I reach more across the diagonal. The body likes to work more in diagonals than it does in these straight lines. So as I reach forward and upwards through my hand, I feel that I get a lengthening from my fingertips all the way into my back, down the diagonal, across my back, and into my feet, through my hamstrings. So fingertips to toes. I'll do this 5 or 6 times. Just go back and forth. Then I'll hold for anywhere between 5 to 20 seconds. If I set this up from the side, it'll look like this. You want to be sitting towards the front of the table, or the chair rather. The motion is going to come from the pelvis, right? Just be careful that you're not rounding your back, because that's not actually going to stretch the hamstring and the connective tissue there. Here you're just going to fold the lower back and stretch out that lumbodorsal fascia, which we really don't want to stretch that much. So we're going to keep that lumbar curve, lengthen the head upwards, and roll forward through the pelvis so that the motion is primarily coming through your hip joint and your pelvic floor between your sitting bones. I'm going to turn and feel that stretch across the diagonal of my back. Each time I initiate the movement, I could exhale and I could also gently lengthen from the crown to my tail. So I just gently think of my spine lengthening like an elastic band. Exhale and lengthen. A little bit of turning and folding through the hip, a little bit of rotation through the individual vertebra, but nothing excessive. Let's keep in mind that we don't want to create more strain and tension in our tissues as we do these stretches. And don't spend too much time stretching. People tend to get a little overboard or overzealous with the stretching. It's more important to train your strength than your mobility. After you finish stretching, just take a moment to sit, feel the difference, and then you can stand up, feel the difference, and then walk around for at least 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds to a minute, and just appreciate that you did something and feel how those muscles and that part of your body responds to the stretching sensations.